Welcome to this week's Truman Tech Break. My name is Nathan Gillette. I'm a new Assistant Instructional Designer with the Learning Technologies team, and I'm here to introduce a program called Remind, and this was formerly known as Remind 101. It's a wonderful tool for communicating with students or for other faculty members or for student workers. Texting is obviously a part of our society today, and especially with the younger generation. It's used constantly and daily. We're always seeing students pull out their phones to text and to receive messages from their friends and from others. And texting has also been proven to have a very positive impact on education and a tool that we can incorporate and use within the classroom. Remind is a program that I love because it helps us to tap into that communication so that we can contact individual students or send out a text to an entire class or group of students without having to cross any professional boundaries, without having to exchange phone numbers with students, and without having to approach anything that we may not feel comfortable doing. Now, while we try to teach our students to check their email daily, we know that they are checking texts constantly. Tapping into this method of communication means that we can send out last-minute announcements, or reminders can go out instantly, or if we need to find a student worker to cover a shift because one just called in sick, we have a way to contact all of them at once and try to get someone to fill in very quickly. In addition to contacting student workers, it can be used to send out a last-minute class cancellation or to send out reminders about grade deadlines that might be due to students and to faculties. It really does send out limitless possibilities of what we can do. They even have additional features within their downloaded app that you can have on phones or iPads or tablets that allow you to have more communication back and forth. So Remind itself is just an app that runs through the internet or through your smartphone or tablet and lets you send out texts to a group of students that sign up for that particular class. It organizes the students for you, and you don't ever have to add their phone numbers. They can add in using a code that you send them. It's safe, it's simple. Public schools use it also to communicate with parents. The main points are that it does keep phone numbers private. You can send or schedule messages so that if you want to send something out the next day, you can go ahead and schedule it to send within Remind and it will send it out. You can also attach photos, files, or voice clips and send it directly to their phones. You can look at the key features here on this screen, and it talks a little bit about the signing up. It's very, very quick. It's very simple. I'll take you through that shortly. There's no one-to-one messaging, and you can keep the phone numbers private as well. It can keep track of all the messages for you so that you can download them in case you need them for audit requests or anything else. There's no commitment or cost to it. It's completely free, and it's easy to change classrooms. You can also use it to send or schedule messages ahead of time, attaching photos, files, or voice clips. Stamps is something that works, as far as I can tell, just with the mobile app, but it allows them to send instant feedback and let you know if they have read the message. It really just takes 15 seconds, and we'll take you through that very quickly. First step is to download the app or visit the remind.com site. After that, you register. You'll pick your role as a teacher, where then it will prompt you to enter your full name and email address and create a password. You can also use your Truman password through Google Drive, and I will show you how to do that here in just a few minutes. Once you're there, you create a class, you name the class, and you can create up to 10 different class groups. And so you just name it something that you recognize, and you go from there. You'll get a code that you can use to send out through email or through a text number, or you can display it the first day of class on the projection screen, and they'll be able to add themselves to the class by joining the link. There are a few ideas listed here of ways that you can get started with Remind, whether you want to send out motivational messages and images, whether you want to follow up with homework assignments or make adjustments, or maybe clarify certain points if you're receiving questions about it. You can use it for planning stuff out in advance, sharing class documents, or trivia or other things like that. Now, I want to take you through how to log into Remind using your Truman account. You go to remind.com, and they have this sign in button here up at the top. Clicking on that, it's going to give you the option to sign in with an account or sign up for an account, or you can sign in with Google. And if you take it through Google, it'll give you the option to sign in using your Truman account. Mine's already saved, so it took me straight there. It'll normally pop up a window that lets you put in your username at truman.edu and your password. It'll redirect you to a Truman site that lets you put in just your username and password, and then it will take you to this screen. Now, I created a class just to start with, and I'm going to create another one right now to show you how to go through it. And if I were to manage a bunch of student workers, I would call this class Student Workers, and it gives me a class code here. It creates one for you, or you can change it and create something yourself. And you'll see where the class code comes in just a minute. You can go ahead and click Add. This is the instruction that I can show to my students or my student workers that first day of class as we schedule. They can send a text to the number listed right here, and the message that they will send is that class code. And so as they send this message, it will automatically join them to the class. They'll get a response where they are asked to put their name in, and then it will show up for you as an instructor as just your name. You can also send invitations, and you can use this using phone numbers if you already have them, or using email addresses, and it will send them a link where they can join the exact same way. Once you have those invitations out, you will find users that will join in. I currently don't have any subscribers, but they will show up here in this subscribers section, and you can click on individual ones, or you can go to an entire class here. You can also go to multiple classes just by adding in testing, and you would type the announcement that you want to send out. Welcome to my class. You can attach any files you want or schedule the message to go out on a certain day and time, and then all you click is send. And it's just like sending out a text message. Tested earlier to my phone, worked very smoothly and nice and easy. Remind is a fairly straightforward but a very handy tool. The free app does have some additional features. You can look at them online, or you can download the app and just play around. That gives you the chance to send out stamps on top of any of these messages if they have the app as well. It will give them the option to do a star, which is kind of like liking on Facebook, a check mark just to do for event attendance or last minute check-ins or anything else, and X is equal to no, and a question mark gives them the opportunity to provide something that they're not quite sure of what happens. So when they have something that comes through Remind, there's a button at the bottom that lets them add their stamp. And then the teacher will get timely updates where they can see in their screen here what different people have stamped. And they have facts that will take you right through how to make the stamps and how things go from there. I want to thank you for joining us for Truman Tech Break, and I will look forward to introducing a few new exciting tools to you next time.